I watched a homeowner lose 40 grand on a kitchen remodel that added nothing to the final sale. Every month I see people throw away cash on upgrades buyers don't even want. The difference between walking away with more and bleeding money comes down to one simple rule. Never spend $1 unless you can reasonably expect 2 or 3 back. Here are the 8 repairs I tell my clients to skip every single time. If you are new to my channel, I'm thrilled to have you here. I'm Vallario with eXp Realty, and I've been successfully selling real estate in Maryland for 22 years. Before we get to the list, you need the rule that keeps sellers from losing their profit. Every dollar you spend before selling should have a clear purpose. It should help the home sell faster, prevent an appraisal or financing issue, or give you a meaningful return. I want to see at least a 2 to 3 times return on the investment. So if you're spending $5,000, I need to believe that improvement could add $10,000 to $15,000 to your net proceeds. If the numbers don't make sense, I'd rather you keep that money in your pocket and offer a buyer credit instead. Never renovate based on emotion. The 2026 Cost versus Value report backs up what I've been seeing for years. Replacing a garage door can return about 194% of what you spend. But a full upscale kitchen renovation, you may only get back about 40 cents for every dollar you put into it. That's not an opinion, that's math. The first thing you can stop worrying about is every tiny scratch, dent, or scuff in your house. Buyers don't expect a used home to look brand new. They expect normal wear and tear, and a little imperfection actually signals that the price is fair for a lived-in property. So fix the noticeable distractions. Tighten loose hardware, touch up cracked caulk, replace scuffed switch plates, and give the walls a fresh coat of paint. The National Association of Realtors found that 50% of realtors recommend painting the entire home before listing. A whole house interior refresh usually costs between $2,000 and $3,500. That's money well spent, but chasing every tiny mark with a repair crew isn't. Normal wear and tear is expected, so there's no need to address most cosmetic issues unless there's a serious underlying problem. Clean it deeply, paint it in a neutral tone. That's what's most important. The bathroom is the next place where sellers start writing checks they shouldn't. A full renovation right before selling rarely makes sense because buyers will have their own taste in tile, fixtures, and layout. Many of them plan to remodel anyway after they move in. So instead of a $25,000 gut job, focus on what actually moves the needle. Deep clean every surface, re-caulk around the tub and sink, update the lighting, and swap out dated hardware. If the vanity looks tired, a fresh mirror and modern faucet can transform the space for just a few $100s. The Cost versus Value report shows a minor bathroom remodel brings back about 71 to 80%. A major addition or high-end renovation returns far less and may not even match what your neighborhood supports. Spend a few $100 to $1,000 on cosmetics, not $25,000 on a gut. Older windows are another area where sellers can spend a lot of money and not really get it back. Replacing every window in the house can cost close to $20,000, and you may only recover about 83% of that. So it usually doesn't make sense to replace them unless they're damaged or causing a real issue. If your windows open, close, and don't leak, you're in good shape. Service them, make sure the locks work, and hand over maintenance records so buyers know the home was cared for. Now here's the room where I see the most money go up in smoke. Don't spend $40,000 or more remodeling a kitchen just because the cabinets and countertops are older. Buyers will likely renovate that kitchen anyway to match their own taste, and the numbers are pretty brutal. A minor kitchen refresh, like painting or refacing the cabinets, changing the hardware, and updating the countertops, can return anywhere from about 96 to 113%. But when you do a full upscale kitchen renovation, the return drops to around 40%. So you could spend well over $50,000 and add less than half of that back to the value of your home. I've seen sellers dump a huge budget into one beautiful room while the rest of the house still looks dated. By the time buyers walk through the hallway and bedrooms, they've already mentally moved on. Then they hit the gorgeous kitchen, and it only shows how old everything else is. Clean it thoroughly, paint or reface the cabinets, update the hardware, and let the buyer pick their own style. If you're getting value from this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more real estate tips. The same logic applies to your heating and cooling system. Age alone isn't a reason to replace a working HVAC unit. Have it professionally serviced, change the filters, and provide maintenance records to show buyers the system was cared for. The cost versus value report puts HVAC conversion projects at about 64% ROI nationally. You end up spending thousands without getting that money back. There is an exception. If the system is non-functional, unsafe, or creating an insurance or financing obstacle for buyers, then you have to address it. In that case, a replacement protects your buyer pool and your ability to close. But if the unit runs well and passes inspection, offer a home warranty or a closing credit. A full replacement runs $8,000 to $15,000, and that expense rarely pays off at closing. Let the buyer decide if they want an upgrade. Your roof works the same way. Don't automatically replace an older roof just because of its age. First, have it evaluated by a professional so you know its actual condition and how many years it has left. Then determine whether that condition will affect insurance, financing, or negotiations. The cost versus value report puts roof replacement at around 67% ROI. That means it's a defensive fix that prevents price reductions, not a value add that drives your sale price higher. If the roof isn't leaking and it's not creating a financing barrier for buyers, a credit at closing makes far more sense. A complete replacement can run $30,000 or more. Get the inspection, know the facts, and make a numbers-based decision. Let's move inside to a space where finishing it can actually backfire. An unfinished basement has unlimited potential to the right buyer. One family sees a home gym, another sees a rental unit, and another just wants storage. If you rush a cheap finish job right before listing, you're guessing at what someone else wants. A budget finish can look worse than clean concrete. The cost versus value report recently added basement remodels as a category, and they show around 71% ROI in some markets. But the cost varies wildly by region, and the quality of the work matters enormously. A rushed job can actually hurt your sale. So give it a deep clean, paint the walls bright white, install good lighting, declutter every corner, and show buyers a blank canvas. Let them finish it their way. And finally, let's talk about the yard. You need curb appeal, not a complete backyard transformation. Major landscaping and elaborate outdoor upgrades are one of the fastest ways to watch your money disappear. The cost versus value report shows a high-end backyard patio returns only about 35%. A swimming pool returns roughly 24%. In most markets, buyers see a pool as a maintenance headache, an insurance liability, and a safety concern, not an asset. Here's what actually works. Mow the lawn, edge the beds, spread fresh mulch, prune overgrown shrubs, and pressure wash the driveway and siding. Small exterior wins beat big backyard spending every single time. Buyers form their opinion in the first few seconds. A clean driveway with fresh mulch does more for your sale than a custom deck ever will. So before you write another check to a contractor, talk to an experienced local realtor first. Not just anyone, but someone who knows your specific market, knows what buyers in your area actually want, and can tell you with confidence whether that repair will move the needle or just drain your bank account. If you're here in Maryland, I would love to be that person for you. And if you're somewhere else in the country, I have a network of top agents across the United States. Fill the Find an Agent form in the description box below, and I'll personally connect you with someone I trust. Someone who will give you the same straight talk you're getting right now, not just tell you what you want to hear. The right realtor can save you from making the costly mistakes I've spent 22 years watching others make. Don't go into this alone. If you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Maryland, my contact information is in the description box below. I would love to help you walk away from your sale with more money in your pocket.